guys, it's Cash, and it is the 18th anniversary of the September 11th attacks. And I was just looking some stuff up, just in remembrance of what had happened. And I came across a few things regarding the Patriot Act and other acts that were put into place right after 9/11 happened. Now, these acts were put into place to protect us from terrorism and things that were going on outside of the U.S., but they kind of, after 9/11, took a flip turn and started putting just any old person on there so they can investigate them for whatever reason. So Section 215 of the Patriot Act is in violation of the Fourth Amendment, and that is where the government or its officials actually need probable cause to investigate an individual or search an individual. And the Patriot Act, if you are seen as a violator of this, they overthrow that. So basically that's violating your constitutional rights. Another interesting thing that I found in this article was just from 5 days ago is the FBI terrorist watch list. These are finally being looked at as unconstitutional, finally, after 18 years, all of this time, because they are. If you're put on one of these lists, they're able to obtain your text messages, they're able to look through your phone, your call records, anything like that. You'll have problems at the airport. Your constitutional rights are gone, and there really is no privacy, and you will and can be investigated if they feel that you have something going on, or they can put you in a place to investigate you or set you up to be investigated. 40% of the people that are on these terrorist watch lists, because it went from, in 2001, I believe it was, whenever the attacks happened, 2001, it went from 250,000 people to now it's over 1 million. So we've kind of come to a place in this country where that list is being abused. You know, somebody doesn't like somebody hears a rumor about somebody, and then all of a sudden, boom, they're put on this terrorist watch list. It's almost as if there's a secret justice system in this society that is taking advantage of acts like the Patriot Act, and this is how targeted individuals are coming about. So it's just people like with money and connections, maybe getting revenge, other like corporations and stuff putting whistleblowers on these type of lists. People that are harder to control, people at a lower income level are finding themselves on these lists. People go to the airport and get stopped by TSA, and all of a sudden, you know, their bags are being searched and stuff, and you're not allowed to know why you're on that list. So people are very confused. You know, they ask, like, do I look like a terrorist? But the people are just being put on these lists as a means of revenge. So there's over 1 million people on this list now that it's comprised by these intelligence agencies and Homeland Security. So, and like I said, you're not allowed to know why. Now, I said before in one of my videos that I feel like I may be somebody that was put on one of these lists. I've never been stopped at the airport, but there's always like a little bit of hesitation. You know, they look at me, and I've always had like kind of an issue. So I maybe it's because of my background, because I'm not afraid to tell people what it is. My grandma is Syrian. They came over here, they assimilated, spoke English, opened a store. You know, it wasn't like anything, you know, they weren't doing anything suspicious or anything. So that is one reason why I could see. And then I dated a Palestinian guy, which, you know, I don't talk to him anymore. Not sure what he's doing now even, but that could also be a reason, because I am seen as an associate of his or what have you. So that would be the only thing that I can think that I would find myself on a list like this, but I don't know. So yeah, so just basically a rumor can get you on here. If somebody doesn't like you, it's just being completely taken advantage of. And that is why it's being looked into. They're coming to people and they're telling them that they're on these lists, which, they have no idea why they are in the first place. So some people are probably really surprised. But in order to put someone on a list like this, there needs to be due process. And it's totally going against the Constitution in just putting people on these lists and not telling them why and not giving them some type of trial or some way to vindicate themselves from being someone that's on a terrorist watch list. So that's something that I looked up today. There are other acts that were put in place, but I know that the Patriot Act is the main one that really started this country off in this cycle of eliminating people's privacy and the spying and all the things that the NSA and CIA do. It really started after this day, 18 years ago, 9/11, which I understand a lot of it is precautionary, but it's really violated a lot of people's civil rights in this country. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm kind of going to keep an eye on it. So I hope that everybody has a wonderful rest of their day. And as always, God bless.